Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today I wanted to film a Q&A, so if you follow me on Instagram, I will insert my Instagram here. I upload my daily outfits, my new purchases, how I style them, so come say hi on my Instagram. You probably saw that the other day I asked you to ask me questions about the Chanel fashion show that I attended back in February? Was it February? I know many of you are probably curious to know a little bit more about it, how it works, how do you get invited to such a huge event in Paris. So if you're interested, keep watching. I'll be answering your burning questions. I was actually very surprised by the volume of questions I received. I didn't expect to receive as many questions, but I'm actually glad. I knew I missed to share some things in my vlog, so that's why I wanted to film this video. So let's get started. I'll try to be quick. So how did you react when you got the news, when you got invited? I cried. My essay called me. Actually, no, she messaged me. It was a bit of a strange message. I think she said something like, oh, I need to talk to you when you have time. And I was like, what could be happening? However, I was busy. She messaged me during the day, but I was busy filming a collaboration. I was working on another video and I was like, I'll just message her, I'll reply later. But it actually crossed my mind that she could be leaving. I don't know, I didn't know what to expect, so I was going to message her later, but I guess she was very impatient and wanted to share the good news. I didn't know it was good news, so she started calling and I was in the middle of filming, and when I saw that she was calling me, I was like, okay, it must be important, I'm gonna pick up. I picked up, and when she told me the news, I was in shock. I started shaking and crying. I think I told her on the phone, I was like, I don't know if you believe me, but I'm actually shaking and crying. Like, is this a joke? I thought it was a joke. I couldn't believe it. I did mention to her before that it was a dream of mine to someday go to a fashion show, but honestly, I never expected this to happen so soon. But at the same time, when I think about it, I think it was time, because I've been shopping at Chanel for so many years. I've been a loyal customer. So yeah, it finally happened and I couldn't be happier. I really want to go again. So let's move on to the next question, because there are so many. I knew this would be the most popular question. It is, how do you get invited to a Chanel fashion show? Also, someone else said, does Chanel also have VIP tiers like Dior, for example, VVIC, Elite, Super Elite? What level of VIP in Chanel would get invited to a fashion show? Do you have any tips for getting invited? Could you share your experience? Of course I can. So as I mentioned, I did mention previously to my essay that I was interested. I do know people, I have friends who go from time to time. They don't get invited every single time to a fashion show, but they do get invited quite often. So I did express my interest and I said I really wish someday I could go as well. I guess she listened, she spoke to the managers and they decided to invite me. I think I mentioned in my vlog I was the only one invited from the boutique. The spaces are very limited, so usually they invite 1 or 2 customers per boutique. I guess it also depends how big the boutique is, but from my boutique it was just me. Of course, there are different tiers. I'm not a super VVIP client. Don't get me wrong, I do spend a little fortune at Chanel. I literally spend all my money at Chanel. But that's because I love the brand. I do spend a lot, but at the same time, there are other people who spend a lot more than me. For example, one of my friends spends probably 50k per month. And even she doesn't go every single time to a Chanel fashion show. So I guess it is random how they invite people. They also try to give the chance to clients who haven't been to the fashion show, who have been loyal to that boutique. And my tips are, shop from the same boutique. You have to, I can't stress this enough, you have to shop from the same boutique, same person. Try to build a really good, friendly relationship with your SA, get to know the managers. But also, guys, you do need to spend quite a lot in order to get invited. You have to be buying ready to wear regularly. From each collection, you should be buying at least one ready to wear piece, preferably more. But also fine jewelry. I don't buy as much fine jewelry. I actually have only one fine jewelry piece, my Coco Crush ring. I'm eyeing some more fine jewelry pieces. However, they're currently not available, and my say have been trying to find that piece for over a year. But yeah, buy the watches, buy the jewelry, buy from each category, but especially the ready to wear. That's very important, because you're going to a fashion show to see the looks, to see how the clothes look on the models, and then later on after the show they'll ask you to pre-order as well. So yeah, you have to be buying a lot of ready to wear. Just wait, be patient. It will eventually happen if you're a good customer, if you shop regularly with each collection. Why did you decide to wear your mini rectangle? Do you know what? At first I thought it would look basic, but it actually worked really well with my total look. And if you watch the video before the fashion show, I filmed another vlog here in London. I was looking for a more special bag, but at that time I couldn't find anything that I really liked. I didn't want to buy something random. I think with my final look and all the accessories, I wore my mini flat bag, gold earrings, a belt bag with the little flap. I'll insert a picture here so you can see. It also had like a golden flat bag, and I thought my mini rectangle in that sparkly gold metallic looked really well. It matched my accessories, and at the end I was very happy with my total look. I honestly do not understand people. There were so many people wearing mini Kellys and Hermes bags. Why? You're going to a Chanel fashion show. Why do you want to wear your Croc Hermes to show off? Like, no. Honestly, no. Did your SA join? Oh my god, I actually asked her when I was on the phone call when she told me I got invited. I asked her, are you coming with me? And she was like, no, unfortunately, no. Maybe next time if I ever get invited, she'll be my +1. I saw this question a lot. Hotel, travel, food included. So the hotel, the travel and the food included. We did have a dinner before the show that was free. It was in a really fancy restaurant in Paris. I absolutely loved it. I'll be back next time I go to Paris. Then we had a lunch at Hotel Cost after the show. Of course, that was included, but other than that, everything else you pay for. Your travel is not included, so I paid for the tickets, I paid for the hotel. I think Chanel covers that for the celebrity guests only. Not even the VIPs, like the big VIPs. I think they still pay for their own hotel. Oh, we did have a car, so they did actually, that was very nice. Oh my god, the car was amazing. It was the most luxurious car, and the driver was so sweet. He took us around everywhere. So we had him for 2 days. It was paid, so yeah, that was really great. Oh, and of course you probably saw that in the vlog, there were little gifts like skincare, makeup. That was very sweet as well. I found that in the room. It was already delivered when I entered the room when I arrived in Paris. So there was a bouquet of flowers. It was so beautiful. Where did you sit? I think you can see that on my invite as well. I was on the 4th row, which was not far from the runway because there were actually many more rows behind me. Also, the person that sat next to me was a huge VIP, and she was on the same row right next to me. She wasn't on the front row, so again, I'm not sure if it's random. I'm not sure how the sitting situation works, how they decide who sits front row, but I'm actually really happy with my seats because they were very close to the runway and I could see everything very clear. Did you like the collection? What are your favorite looks? Which are the worst? Okay, the collection, I'm planning to film a review video which is coming up very soon. I already have pictures of the bags, but they're not officially out on the website, so I'm not sure if I should film it now or maybe wait until the pictures are available. I'll see, I'll decide later. Anyway, I did really like the collection actually. To be honest, fall winter collections are my favorite, and I'm happy that I got invited to a fall winter collection. You guys know how much I love winter wear. I genuinely really loved it, and I'm not saying it because I got invited. If I didn't like the show, I'll be honest, I'll say no. Of course, there were some looks that weren't my cup of tea, like those very fluffy jumpers with, like, I don't know, I think it's feathers. I'm still waiting for pictures, but I think it looked like feathers or like some faux fur. Although I did see Sophia Richie rocking one of these dresses and it actually looked really good on her, I'm not gonna lie. It's not something I would wear, but I think in this collection there are so many good looks, so many gems. You can definitely find some really classic pieces that you can keep in your wardrobe forever. Can't wait to show you what I pre-ordered as well. I think I actually shared on my Instagram stories my favorite looks. Okay, I just realized I haven't added those to the highlights that I have on Instagram. I did share my favorite looks on my Instagram stories, but I didn't add them to the highlights, so I'll change that ASAP. So if you want, you can go check out the highlight from the fashion show on my Instagram and you can see my favorite looks with some comments. I will also discuss them in the collection review video, but yeah, you can see some of them here quickly. Next question, favorite piece. My favorite piece is actually, it was one of the first looks. It is this full leather coat with camellia lapels. It is absolutely stunning, to die for. I didn't pre-order that one just because I know it will be extortionate money, and I have the money to buy it. It's just I can't spend that much. I just can't justify it. As much as I love it, it is iconic, I just can't, because I know it will be probably 20k, and yes, I can go and spend that money. I have the money to buy it, but I prefer to spend my money a bit more wisely and maybe buy two jackets, two tweed jackets that I might even wear more. Do you regret any of your outfit choices? Definitely not. I absolutely loved my outfit. I think I nailed it. I'm so happy. I wouldn't change a thing. I also really loved my nails, by the way. They had pearls. I thought it was very Chanel. I've always known that if I ever got invited to a Chanel fashion show, this will be the jacket I would pick for my first ever Chanel fashion show. I just knew it. I was hoping I would get invited one day so I can wear that jacket. And I think it's so iconic and it's so Chanel. It's black and white. You have the lion buttons. It is just... How much did you spend in order to get invited? I honestly have no idea. I guess I could check because I have a profile. It is showing as a VIP profile, I think. At least that's what I've been told before. It also shows where I shop the most, my top boutique, because I do sometimes buy pieces from other boutiques. I would not recommend that. Try to avoid that, but again, different boutiques stock different items, so sometimes you can't find everything that you want in one boutique only. So yeah, everyone has a profile, it shows everything. So yeah, I guess it shows how much I've spent so far. I just don't know the exact number, but it is quite a lot. Did you see any celebrities? Oh my god, funny story. I actually saw so many celebrities. Yeah, I did see Jenny. I don't know their names because I'm not... I don't really follow them. Like Asian pop bands, I don't know what they're called, like Black and Pink, I think. But yeah, I saw them. Everyone was screaming and like going crazy. Penelope Cruz. Oh, she looked stunning. Also, funny story, guys. So I was lining at the end of the show, after the show finished. So I tried to take some pictures in front of the huge camellias when we entered, but it was crazy. Everyone wanted pictures and I was like, I'll just wait until the show ends and I'll try and take more pictures when everybody leaves. Well, guess what? I wasn't the only person who thought of this. Other people had the same plans. So actually it was just as crazy after the show. Everyone was taking pictures, but I was like, no, I'll be patient, I'll wait. If I have to, I'll wait an hour until everybody leaves so I can take a nice shot in front of the camellias. So I waited. Meanwhile, I met so many subscribers. Thank you so much for saying hi, and many of you also messaged me saying that you saw me but you were too shy. Next time, if I ever get invited, hopefully I will. Definitely, if you see me, come say hi. I love meeting you guys. So it was starting to get a bit more empty, less busy, and I was like, this is it, this is my time. And there were some people doing interviews from like magazines, Vogue magazine, Cosmopolitan, I think Elle as well. They were interviewing people. I was like, why are they interviewing these people? Are they like bloggers? Like, I didn't really recognize them, but I saw this one woman and she looked stunning, and I was like, oh, she looks so familiar. Like, she looks like someone I know, like some celebrity I know, but it just didn't click at that time. And she was right in front of the camellia. She was a bit on the way, so I was like, oh, I don't want to wait anymore, we have lunch, I'll just push her a little bit. And like, I smiled at her. I didn't push her, I wasn't rude or anything, but I just smiled, and I went to take a picture. So she got the message, she moved a little bit, she was very sweet, she smiled back. I think she winked as well. Anyway, after the show, after the lunch, I think it was actually quite late in the afternoon, we went back to the hotel, and I was just sitting around. I can't remember what I was doing. I was like, oh my god, this was Zoe Saldana. Oh, it hit me. I was like, what? This was actually her. I'm such a huge fan. I'm such a huge Marvel fan. But I guess I didn't recognize her because every time I watch films, like most of the films I've seen with her, she's green. She has red hair. She's a completely different color. She's also an avatar. And even there, she's blue. So yeah, how was I supposed to recognize her? Did you see any of the guests' looks that you loved? Oh my god, I loved seeing what everyone was wearing. That was one of the best things. It was so entertaining, maybe even better than the show, because the show actually, it goes so quick. You don't realize it, but it starts and then boom, it's done in a couple of minutes. When you rewatch it online, they show the looks in like different angles, so it actually seems longer. I think they show it for like over 15 minutes on YouTube if you go and rewatch the shows, but when you're there, it's actually boom boom boom. It's like so quick, in like 6-7 minutes it's done. But actually one of the best parts was seeing what everyone was wearing. It was so much fun. It was like another fashion show. However, I must say most people wore the same thing. That's why I was very happy with my outfit. Because it was from an older collection, I actually didn't see anyone else wearing the same outfit as me. As I said, most people wore matching outfits, like the same thing, because they were from the current collection. So I saw many people wearing the Chanel jeans. I'll see if I can find a picture and insert here, or the swimsuit from Cruise. So many people wore that. Also the mesh sparkly boots, because they just launched the spring summer collection while I was in Paris. So many people got them, and yeah, so many people wore those. I know everyone wants to wear the latest collection, but I think it's better to wear something from previous collections. That way no one will have the same outfit as you. Do you regret anything? Wish you did anything differently? I wish I didn't vlog, but at the same time I wanted to have the memory for myself to watch back, because I don't know if I'll ever get invited again. Plus I knew it would be interesting for you guys to see. You know how much I love Chanel, and I wanted to share the experience with you as well. It was so special. I'm such a perfectionist and I wanted everything to be perfect. I did my own hair, I did my own makeup, I didn't have a stylist or makeup artist, and I got so stressed out. And I also had to remember to vlog. Your support, guys, means the world to me, and I can't believe when I was reading the comments, there were so many amazing comments. Like, I got so emotional when I was reading the comments under that video. It was amazing. Maria, I think you mentioned you had a videographer, or you were looking for a videographer on your stories. Did you use a videographer slash photographer for the event? Oh my god, don't even get me started, because I was fuming that day. I was so disappointed. This was my first ever Chanel show, and I wanted to have a memory. I wanted to hire a professional videographer, and I found someone, and he didn't show up. He overslept. He was supposed to come film me and take pictures before the show. We had an arrangement, and he charged so much. He actually films, he's quite popular, he films some of the biggest bloggers, but yeah, that day he didn't show up. I did ask him, I wasn't sure if he would want to do videos of me because I'm not a huge blogger, but he said, yeah, no problem, I will do it. He mentioned his rates. It was quite pricey, but I was like, yeah, that's fine, I'll just pay it. And because his work looks really amazing, and I was so excited, but he just didn't show up, and he let me down massively. It was very unprofessional considering it was a 10-minute job, and he wanted the money cash. Like, I know many of you will be curious who that guy is. Many of you probably know him. He films all the big bloggers and some celebrities as well at fashion shows. But I don't know if I want to mention his name, so let's just move on. Do you know when the next price increase will happen? I think it already happened, unfortunately. Very sad news. There was a price increase in America, in Australia, I'm not sure what other countries. I don't think there was a price increase here in the UK, surprisingly. I can't see any price increase in the UK, at least yet. I'm not sure if there will be one, but to be honest, I stopped keeping track. Like, it... We all know it's like ridiculous at this point, but we still pay the price. So I just stopped caring about the price increases. It's, yeah, unfortunately they happen still every year. Twice. So, favorite bag you saw? Initially I actually pre-ordered. I will share that with you because I decided I'm not gonna buy it at the end, but I pre-ordered. As soon as I saw it on the runway, I knew this would be a massive hit. Everyone would want that bag. It is a re-release, and this bag was so popular back in the 80s, 90s, I would say. It is a vintage style, and they brought it back with some slight changes. Now the new model has quilting, a crossbody chain. It does look really nice, and I pre-ordered that bag straight away. This was the first bag I saw on the runway, and I was like, yep, I'm getting it. This is it. I pre-ordered. However, I did tell my essay that I changed my mind, because later on I saw another bag that I think is the best. However, I don't want to share it with you guys because I want to keep it a surprise. I can't wait to show you. It is such a stunning bag, but it is a bag that not many people know about because it's really difficult to see. I personally didn't see it when I watched the show, so I changed my mind about the Chanel Kelly bag, as many people call it, just because I think I love the bag. I just think it's not my style, but I absolutely love the bag, don't get me wrong. My essay even actually sent me photos. They have received the bags in some boutiques already. They're not for sale, they just have them in the back, ready to sell when the collection launches. I received pictures, I saw the size. I can't show you, unfortunately, but yeah, decided to go with that other bag. But I still think this Chanel Kelly bag is stunning. It will be a huge hit, so if you can get it, if you like it, please go and ask them to add you to the wish list, because it will be a hard one to get hold of. Hey Jacqueline, I have a question from her. I'll link her channel down below. She's so sweet. And I'm interested in the camellia bag and clutch. What is your opinion about these pieces? I like them. I mean, so iconic. You can't go wrong with anything camellia, honestly. I think they're good, and the price point is so good. I really thought they would be a lot more expensive. The mini GS are price upon request. I might insert some pictures here. First look up the new collection. These are not available online yet, so you saw them first here. But as you can see, the prices of the leather ones are really good. I would say my favorite is the white, just because of the white camellia on the paper bags. It's so iconic, so I do like it. If you were talking about that bag, I think that's the one you mean. There is also another one that is a vintage bag that they reissued. I absolutely love this one. It is a mini rectangle with a camellia. Absolutely love it. Actually, this is another one that I really want to have a look at. I haven't pre-ordered. I'm not sure how popular it would be. You can actually buy it really cheap right now, vintage. It looks exactly the same. I'm not sure if the prices have gone up, but last time I saw one in really good condition, it was about £1,000. I think when this collection launches, the prices of the vintage will go up quite a lot, so do check them out. So many curious people, but I did get that question on my vlog as well. Did you take someone to Paris with you to take all your pictures? Did you have a plus one? Yes, I did have a plus one. I think everyone was allowed to invite a plus one. So they did come with me to the show. I brought someone special, someone who loves Chanel as much as I do, and they did help with the pictures as well. Were the people there kind to you? Very kind. As I mentioned, I spoke to a few subscribers. Thank you for saying hi. And at the dinner, the lunch, I was sat to some very important people. I wasn't actually sat with customers. I know many people, like customers, were sat with each other, but I was on a very important table with some really great people. The boutique manager was there next to me, and she's honestly the sweetest person. We had a laugh, so yeah, everyone was great. Do you get to preview the collection right after the show? Actually, I did ask that because I know many times after the show, clients are, like guests are invited to go and have a closer look after the show, but no, we didn't get to see the clothes, unfortunately. They didn't organize that. I don't think they do it for each collection, where you can go and re-see the collection up close. Unfortunately, I don't think they do it with every collection, and we didn't have the chance to go and see the clothes again after the show. These were all the questions, guys. I hope I answered all your questions. If you have more, leave me comments down below. It was so much fun filming this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!